Hi manifestors, Meera Allen here with your Manifesting Destiny Moon Update. So we are coming to a full moon eclipse in Scorpio. This is not a joke. This is not a test. And this is where we're at. I'm going to give you guys the times around the world for where that is. So bear with me a moment. New York, it's the 5th of May at 1:34 in the afternoon. LA is 5th of May again, 10:34 a.m. Sydney, Australia, 6th of May at 3:34 a.m. and London, 5th of May at 6:34 in the evening. So, Scorpio gets a bad rap. Scorpio is always like, ooh, it's a bit intense and it's secretive and it's, deep, dark desires, it's sexuality, it's transformation. But this is all an aspect of all of us. And the other part of Scorpio is that it is intense. It does go to the depths. It is seeing that sexual intensity in its own spirituality. It is about also transformation and spiritual awakening deep in the private, sacred parts of us in our meditation practice. It's about those things that are not just on the surface level. And so right now with the sun in Taurus, which is that, the bull, so happy birthday Taurus season, the bull, the earthiness, the determination, that grounded, central, earthy self, meeting with the scorpion, the deepest inner waters. I always talk about, Scorpio being those deep inner waters, but what's in your deep inner waters of yourself at the moment that's being drawn to the surface in this full moon as we lead up? What is it that we are looking for that transformation? What have we had enough of? What are we ready to detox ourselves of? What are you ready to forgive and to release? What old stories of the past or injuries in the body or illnesses of the past or dis-ease that you've held inside your body perhaps that you're ready to let go of? Where are you truly ready to transform? Is it in the mind? Is it old belief patterns? This is a time when there's an eclipse and a full moon in Scorpio. You really can't hide from yourself, because at the end of the day, you only have yourself truly to answer to in your inners. So this is not about the superfluous, about everybody else. This is a deep transformative time for yourself. And it's not something that is really spoken about with others. It's your own internal practice. It's your own internal desires. Scorpio does hold those desires or those manifestations privately, and it holds it in and doesn't share it in unless, if you know some good Scorpio people around you in your life, they run deep. When you're in their inner circle, you are in their inner circle. It's a really special place to be. And then, of course, the sun right now is in Taurus, which is that earthy part of us, that determined part of us. What are we grounded and determined to do to discover this transformation under this eclipse full moon? Where in your life can you go into the deep transformation? Even see how that's reflected in the world at the moment. It's an interesting thing. I mean, we're watching even this whole Dylan Mulvaney thing going on, and Budweiser beer has been boycotted by so many people and have lost billions of dollars. So there's times of transformation where the small people of the world can actually collectively get together and create a consciousness shift that can be massive. So where do you see that in your world? And you can go, okay, I'm going to make a transformative shift. Where is that in your inner waters? Has it been something that maybe you've been going, oh, I've been thinking about doing this for some time now, but now you have that Taurus determination, the bull, to go and do that change. And now you have the Scorpio, that intensity in your waters to know, all right, I'm ready to transform at that deeper level and make that shift. And it's a powerful shift. It can be something else so small too. It can be small, which has a repercussion in the long term. I was just thinking, for example, I've been drinking, my tongue is yellow. Anyway, because I've been drinking turmeric instead of chais. And I've just had this transformational shift where I'm like, I'm removing all caffeine from my life. Whether that's, I don't really drink coffee, but whether it's chais or any kind of caffeinated anything, and swapping that out for turmeric. And so that's changed for me what I order when I go out, but now that's ricocheted into the wellness and to the insides of my own body. What does that look like for me now that I've just swapped that one cup here and there when I'm out and how that has now going to have such a deeper impact literally in my bloods, in my body. So think of Scorpio, those deep, personal, private, transformational changes. And you go, I'm going to do that with the determination of the bull. And I'm ready to look at the shadow side of myself. I mean, it's hard to see your own blind spots. It's hard to see your own self-sabotage. But this particular full moon, you will have an opportunity for that to arise. You will see your patternings of behavior and things that come up for you that you go, oh man, I'm ready to shift that. So this is a really cool full moon to be working under. It's not something that's very lighthearted full moon. Maybe some Scorpios will have a lighthearted feeling toward it, but I think the rest of us will be dragging into the depths of those deep seas inside our subconscious and our conscious, and wiping away as much as we can with awareness and objectivity as best you can under this eclipse Scorpio moon. So it's not really smooth sailing. I think it'll bring up a lot of things, but if you're someone that's done the work, if you're someone that's willing to do the self-exploration, if you're someone that's going, look, I really want to tweak this in my work life, my home life, my health life, my relationships, my social functions, and like you're willing to tweak all these different facets of yourself, and you're willing to tweak it so that it is transformative for you in the long term, then I think this full moon will be awesome. For those of you that have been maybe, hitting your head against a brick wall, repeatedly making the same mistakes or the same patterns and seeing these things coming up and resisting it, or maybe not delving into it or taking 400% responsibility, it could be a rocky one for you. It could feel very disjointed is the word. So just see where you're at and be gentle with yourself at this time. Remember water, Scorpio, deep waters, really do remember to be in that connection with what liquids you take into your body. I would advise, avoid, if you're a drinker, then avoid spirits, avoid heavy alcohols, and anything that can disrupt your waters around this full moon in particular. So going into things like your herbal teas or your fresh juices and healthy things that you go, wow, this is actually good for my deeper waters. So I think that's something also to assist you at this time. Be aware of also all reproductive sex organs, kidney, bladder. Just think of how you're cleansing, and also that intensity of your sexual energy as well, or sensual energy as well, as coupled with that Taurus as well, and harness that energy and use it to receive pleasure, or to enjoy your life more, or to harness it and pull it upwards and use it for your spiritual practice. It is a time when spiritual gifts in your meditation are also available to you in your deeper spiritual yearnings in your inner waters in that space. So whatever you do to connect to your soul level space in a really deep way. So, far beyond things like, breath work and, far beyond the external, but rather starting at the internal space and calling that in from a very internal place, not at the dense or external world, or nothing with the eyes open, basically. So going into that internal space in a very deep way. Scorpio is very good for your meditation practice and meditation gifts as well in your inner journey. And again, they're sacred, so not spoken of. So you get to harness that and hold that in for you in your own practice. So attend to that meditation in a deeper way, and the rewards will be very, very huge in the long term. And so the other final aspect is also looking at the three-dimensional physical body because of the sun in Taurus, which makes us look at our limbs. It looks at you, look at your hands, your arms, your elbows, your knees, your ankles, your hips. Look at your four, appendages. Think about how do your limbs work? How are you grounded, and go into your bull, into your body self as well, and ask yourself from that Taurian level, because you think Sun in Taurus at the moment, the opposing sign of Scorpio, ask that Taurian part of your body, what does it require to be at its most optimal function as well? So listen deeply to what your body is telling you. It reflects you through your aches, your pains, your buoyancy, your lightness, your health, your vitality, your whole body is a reflection of what's going on for you. So just really go into what your body is trying to speak to you. You are your own best teacher, And this Scorpio time is a beautiful time to listen. So I've only got a couple of days left till that Scorpio full moon. So take this next, if hopefully you see this video beforehand, take this next day or two to really prime yourself so that for that Scorpio full moon, you will feel a rebirth. You will feel like, yeah, I'm good to do this detoxification off of social media or coffee or meats or whatever that you want to detox out of your life, that you go, this is really not serving me, or junk food or even people, or whatever it is. So have a real intense look at that. Have a look at also your internal dialogue and where that needs to shift so it matches your law of attraction. I will be doing a really practical video in the next couple of days based on the law of attraction, which I do these alternate videos. So in between the full moon and the new moon, I do little manifesting tips. So that'll be my next video, just these little manifesting tips due to the law of attraction in our subconscious mind and self-talk. So anyway, I hope that has helped you get some clarity around what the hell this Scorpio full moon eclipse is all about. My name is Meera Allen, and I hope you enjoy these videos. Remember to do the bell thing and the subscribe thing and all the things. Do all the things, comment, share. It helps me a lot. So yeah, share, let me know that it's worthwhile me doing these things. Have a beautiful full moon in Scorpio. Namaste. Actually have it. Namaste.